So first of all, this new Superstay foundation retails for $11.99, which is actually a little bit more expensive than, let's say, like I said, the Maybelline Fit Me, which was like $7.99. If you buy it from any of the drugstores, even Ulta, they always have deals like buy one get one half off. Or I always see like at Rite Aid or CVS, they always have buy one get one free. So definitely check out those places if you definitely want a deal. There's always deals, new deals at Ulta almost every single week, so be on the lookout. So for some claims that this foundation has is that it is a full coverage foundation. You can wear up to 24 hours, which I don't think anyone would ever want to do that or does that. This is a seamless matte finish, breathable and comfortable, fade and transfer resistance, oil-free, doesn't clog pores, dermatologist tested, and that's pretty much it. So I did pick up my shade in the natural beige because that's what I was in the Maybelline Fit Me. I would think that it would be the same exact shade, but looking at it from just the bottle, it doesn't actually look the same. The Maybelline Fit one looks a little bit tad more yellow, and the Superstay looks a little bit more neutral, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. So before I start off with the foundation, I'm gonna go ahead in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, and I'm just gonna put that on one side of my face just to see if there is a difference with primer. I typically don't wear primers. I'm actually starting to wear it more now because of the Smashbox Primerizer. All right, so I primed the left side of my face, and then just for curiosity purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation just like how I would any foundation. So I really like using my Luxie 530 flat top kabuki brush. This one gives a really good even distribution of foundation. I never see any streaks, and for me, it doesn't ever take a lot of foundation. All right. Oh, I was all twisting it like like the Maybelline Fit Me, and they decided to finally give us a pump, guys, because the Maybelline Fit Me doesn't have a pump. All right, so it is in a glass bottle, and I do like that because it still feels kind of higher end, even though it's drugstore, which $12, it is getting up there. All right, so it's nice, it has a pump now. So I'm just gonna do, let's see if I can get one pump first just to see how it is. So I like to kind of dab around my foundation first, and I kind of like to stipple it out first. So it looks like this is actually not a bad color for me. So for upon application on just this side, the side that's not primed, I actually really like it. It is full coverage. I do see a little of my dark circles peeping through. I have a problem with dark circles around my eyes, and I do see my veins still peeping through, so I might want to reapply some more up there. But for down here around my cheeks, it's really full coverage. It really does a good job of covering up discoloration, and I really actually like the finish. You can tell it is a matte finish, which for me, I really don't like matte finishes, but it doesn't feel dry. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply to the prime side now. One pump as well. So that was also one pump onto the prime side. Honestly, I don't think there's really a big difference. I can see there's a little difference where I feel like the prime side just looks a little bit smoother than the unprimed, but from far away, it's not significant enough to where you can tell which side is primed and which isn't. But I think that the one pump is actually plenty for me. I know I did say that I want to go over one more, so I think I'm gonna do half a pump just to see how it builds on top of each other. So I'm just doing half a pump this time. I'm just gonna place that over my forehead. It does layer up really well. I really like the coverage. I think that it is definitely more of a matte compared to the Maybelline Fit Me, the Dewy and Smooth. But it looks really good, and I really do like it upon application. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you guys can kind of see the finish. So one thing that I did notice right now after zooming in is that this, once it dries, it definitely does dry to a darker shade. I'm looking a little bit more orange now from what I can see in person. So the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Smooth doesn't do that, but I can see that it definitely dried down a little bit darker, which is not significant, but I can tell that I look a little bit orange now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll definitely check in a few times today. I will try my best to at least wear this for a minimum of 8 hours and then give you guys my final thoughts. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. So this is the first check-in for the new Maybelline Superstay foundation, and so far so good. I do see that the foundation is actually settling into my fine lines up here where I'm drier. I didn't mention it before, but after application it is a little tacky. I did actually set down my entire face and foundation with some very light powder, and that could be the reasoning why it's settling into my fine lines on my forehead, but it's nothing too biggy. It doesn't have a scent, which is great, because unlike some foundations that I do like, it smells, and this one thankfully doesn't. Everything, all the rest of my makeup, concealer, powders, everything went on just fine. Like anything, it was disturbed at all. It looks very soft. It has a very like kind of like a very soft finish, I would say. All right guys, I will check in back in a few hours to see if how the foundation has held up. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Alright guys, so I am back for the second update, and I've actually been wearing the foundation for about 6 to 7 hours now, and honestly, I don't see any difference after the first update, where it looks exactly the same. I don't feel like it's faded. It hasn't creased any more than like what I mentioned earlier up here after the first hour or two. Honestly, it's been holding up really good, and it's like I said, I just can't believe that it has such like a softening effect, if you know what I mean, where I feel like I don't even see my pores and everything just looks really good. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it looks exactly the same. And honestly, I'm surprised because I even had dinner and I was actually even laying kind of down on this side of the face, but I don't feel like it's actually smeared off. I will say that it's not as tacky now as when I first applied it. It has definitely dried down, so I understand why it's not transferring, so that's pretty good. I wish that I had an event to go to where I can actually wear this throughout the event, where I can see the actual wear time, but honestly guys, it looks exactly like it did before. It looks really good. I really like it. Honestly, I'm very surprised because I have really dry skin and it's been holding up pretty good. All right guys, I'll try to check in another hour or so, and I think that's gonna be the last check-in. All right guys, we're back for the last check-in, and honestly guys, I think that the foundation has held up. It's exactly like how I was the first time I applied it and I checked in, you know, and like I said, the only thing that I can really nitpick about this foundation is that I actually dried a little bit darker than what it looks like in the tube or upon application. Other than that, it's held up. I do not get oily at all. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I have dry skin. So honestly, I was actually more afraid because of the matte finish that it claims to have. And it does have a matte finish, but it's not overly matte to the point where your skin's gonna feel like it's sucking up all the foundation and it's getting dry. And honestly, from both sides, even this side that's primed and this side that's not, they look almost identical. It does look just a tad better with the Smashbox primerizer on, but other than that guys, I think that this foundation has held up. It's really good. I definitely give it thumbs up, but the only thing I will say is I actually prefer the Maybelline Fit Me formula the Maybelline Fit Me formula a little bit better, just because I like a little bit dewier finish, if you would say, whereas I know for a fact that the Maybelline Superstay one is a little bit more matte. I've been wearing the foundation about 8 hours now, and honestly, I have no complaints. It doesn't have a smell. It's lasted, it doesn't budge anywhere, it doesn't move around when I apply a makeup over it and when I went over with another layer. So if you are curious and you do want to pick up the Maybelline Superstay, I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much it that I have to say. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below and I will try to answer it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.